Bob Gibson is an avid hunter and decided one day to make his own duck decoy. Little did he know that from that simple first duck would come a business that keeps him busy carving in his workshop most every day.
Well, I'm self-taught. I started by using one of those little sliding utility knives that carpet people and stuff like that use, and started whittling on a piece of wood to make a head for a duck that I started carving to hunt with. And that was my very beginning. I did the miniatures for a while, and then I started doing these life-size floating decoratives, and that was it. I became enamored with the ducks and studied more about them and just love everything about them.
Let's start. Say, I know what air conditioning is.
I love carving because I lose myself in what I'm doing, and time flies by. All my worries, my stresses, everything is gone because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing so much that nothing else matters. I lose myself in it, and it's wonderful. It's probably the most stress-relieving hobby I think anybody could ever do, because you have to concentrate on what you're doing. Not only to get it done right, but for safety reasons. That thing right there will take the hide plumb off of you. And you got to be careful with what you're doing. This is just the initial stage of rounding out, roughing out one of my birds. I initially start out with a block of wood, and I cut 2 profiles on a bandsaw, and then I rough out the shape, the curvature, and so on and so forth of the bird, the overall shape. Then I go in and draw every feather on there. Then I go in and cut and relieve each feather. Then I round each feather off, and it kind of becomes bumpy and humpy in there. And then I wood burn them. After that, I seal it up and begin painting them. That's the process in a nutshell. These are duck calls. Different ones I'm making here. These are different woods. A fella gave me a hunk of mimosa, and I'm carving some duck calls, one for him. I love it when I'm at an art show and people come by our booth and say, wow. To me, that's the big compliment. And people come up and they just very tenderly touch them, because my birds look so real that they're almost afraid that if they touch them, they're going to fly away. I had one lady come up to me at an art show one time, just huffing and puffing, just mad as all get out. How dare you? How dare you kill and stuff all these pretty little birds? I said, lady, whoa, wait a minute, here, feel this. I said, that ain't no real bird. She was just flabbergasted. She thought I'd killed all these ducks. I'll make, if I'm really going hard at it, I'll make a duck every 2 weeks or so. So, you know, 25 to 30 ducks a year. I number and sign each piece, and I put them in a logbook. Some of them I have the purchaser's name in here. Some of them I don't. I use a branding iron that has a kind of a logo that I use, and it also has the name of the duck, both the scientific name and the common name. And then down here on the bottom I put when it was carved, and it's also numbered. This one happens to be number 69. And each one of my carvings is numbered that way. I've had some people say, "You carved 69 of that kind of duck?" I said, "No, that's number 69 of all the ducks that I've carved." Well, Brenda doesn't really look at herself as an artist, and I think she's making a mistake there, because quilting, in my opinion, is an art.
Well, the quilts that I make, I do a lot of memory quilts. I use photographs or artwork that people have made or had taken. A lot of people do them in memory of something or to commemorate something. I do a lot of theme quilts, something that people are just very interested in or have a special connection to. Most of my quilts are very traditional. I do a lot of commission work. People will commission a specific theme or color scheme or whatever parameters they give me, and then I go from there and complete the quilt. A lot of people go through life and they never really find what they really get passionate about, and I think Bob and I both have gotten lucky in that we found that. I used to have a little wall hanging that said, "Pursue your passion." Sometimes the hard part is finding what that passion is, but once you find it, you really need to pursue it.
What I do is a passion. I love what I do. It's that simple.